to do our fair share of spreading the light in the world so that we all benefit from harmony, compassion, understanding, effective communication when there are misunderstandings. Yeah, so to the extent we can support each other to know about effective communication to overcome our differences, to that extent we can have harmony or compassion, understanding, all the good qualities. So that's why it's so important to understand the Dharma and share with others too. Okay, so today is number 6. The notion that our destiny is fixed leads to unhappiness. Is our destiny determined and controlled by some transcendental being, or is it somehow fixed at birth and unchangeable? These are matters that we usually don't think too much about. If, however, nothing goes well for us, no matter how hard we try, we are apt to think masochistically that we have been born under an unfortunate star, to resign ourselves to our fate about which nothing can be done, or to wish to cling to some transcendental being, as the words depending on the gods in time of trouble suggest. But is our destiny in fact determined and controlled by something outside ourselves? Is it with us from birth and unchangeable? From ancient times, there have been those who subscribe to fatalism or determinism, believing that destiny is a thing fixed at birth. What time it will rain tomorrow is already determined. Whether you can get into the university of your choice is already determined, regardless of how much you study. Whether you can marry or not is determined from the time you are born. If you marry, your partner is already determined. These are fatalistic or deterministic ideas. Some 2,600 years ago, Shakyamuni completely rejected all such ideas as the false teaching of fatalism. In Buddhist terms, they are called Gedo, meaning outside the way of truth. Since such teachings go against the law of cause and effect, they lead human beings to unhappiness. The reason is that if our destiny is already set, then all our efforts and hard work become meaningless, and the will to make an effort disappears. Some may say that decision to make an effort or not is itself predetermined, but that reasoning makes us even less likely to try to exert ourselves. That is why Shakyamuni rejects the idea of determinism, which makes us weak and listless. He declares instead that our destiny can be radically changed through our own actions. In fact, though, even those who say that everything is predetermined study the night before a test because they believe that the act of studying may change the outcome of the next day's test. If they get sick, they go to the hospital because they believe that the act of receiving treatment there will aid in their recovery. They go to their place of work, unpleasant though it may be, because they do not want to be fired. They believe that going to work and doing their jobs well will ensure the security of their livelihood. If our destiny were already fixed, then the results would be the same whether we studied or not, went to the hospital or not, and did our jobs well or not. Everything we did would be meaningless. But no one lives his or her life that way. Everyone believes that his or her actions now will affect tomorrow, and that is absolutely true. How then do our actions give rise to happiness or unhappiness in our lives? In the next chapter, we'll talk about the law of cause and effect in relation to our lives as preached by Shakyamuni Buddha. And the illustration here is, yeah, like the little ant here. It was fated to turn out this way. There's nothing to be done. And here she's shedding a tear and kind of letting a sigh of disappointment or despair, whereas others are here hard at work, using a shovel, digging into the ground. Quit complaining and help me get this fixed. Yeah, I think the whole thing in society can be summarized in this illustration here. You know, two types of people who are always talking about the problems and things that are there and troubling or tormenting us, and then people who are trying to do something with it, trying to put in the effort and ease the suffering one by one. So, yeah, the more we learn the Dharma and understand that seeds not planted, they never sprout. So we take responsibility for the unfulfilled desires we have. So we all have desires. If we suffer because we cannot get what we want, we need to reflect, am I planting the seeds for the crops that I'm desiring? If I really love strawberries, but I don't have any strawberries in my field, my neighbors have a lot of strawberries, but not me, then it's wise or skillful to look within and ask ourselves, am I planting the seeds of strawberries? And am I watering them? Or is the soil suitable? Maybe the soil has too much nitrogen or too much of something. I need to do the research like a scientist does. So it requires a lot of work, but no pain, no gain. So good things come to people who wait, and gaining the wisdom to know the reality of life, how things are unfolding, and what seeds we need to be planting. So good job, everyone, for being here practicing together. Today's Monday. We're going to have our Right View Lab at 8 p.m. Pacific, and have a wonderful start of your week. Bye.
Thank you, Beta.
Thank you, Gary, and everybody. Happy Monday.
Thank you. Happy Monday. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.